having a tough time renting out your investment property? Watch on for tips from Homesweehome.
Hi there, my name is Terence Wong and welcome to another episode of Homesweehome. In this episode, we're introducing Homesweehome as your preferred leasing atelier. Now, do you know that in the year 2023 alone, is the biggest number of units that have just reached TOP from the number of new launches over the last 5 years. Due to COVID having delays, many units all bunched together and only TOP last year. And last year there were up to even about 10,000 units that reached TOP. And the majority of these are actually your units which you as a homeowner are looking to rent and invest out. For example, we are now in the Leiden Green condo, a high-end freehold condo situated in District 10 Farrer Road. But do you know that in Leiden Green alone, there are over 500 units of 1 and 2 bedroom condominiums? Assuming about 70% of these units are all for owner investor. That means at TOP, there are a total of over 300 over units all available for rent, and this creates a massive oversupply that really creates a lot of pressure on our landowner investors to be able to find the tenants to be able to fulfill. Over at Homesweehome, your leasing atelier, we provide customized solutions end-to-end that will help to maximize and get your property rented out fast. Just this year alone, we have rented out about 10 units and fitted out 10 units in the quickest possible time and rented at the highest rentals for our homeowners, beating the rest of your competition. Leveraging on our ID background and our curation experience, right? We provide a total solution, all right, to customize and fit out your unit so that it is most attractive for the clients to rent out. So without much further ado, let's take a home tour of this Leiden Green 1+ study and what we have done to create a totally curated and attractive unit for the tenants. Are you ready? Let's go! Solution number 1, minor renovations and customized carpentry. In this day and age, many units are very small. 1 bedrooms are about 400 over square feet and 1+ study is about 500 plus square feet. Typically, you might get like a 1+ study unit right here where you get like a customized study section, just a square. The problem with if you just buy over the shelf furniture, it is very ugly and they do not maximize the space. Also, a lot of these 1 bedrooms do not have adequate storage. For example, where does the tenant put his pail? Where does he put his mop? Where does he put his luggage? So, which is why it is absolutely essential to plan and to design built-in carpentry around this kind of very tight customized spaces. For example, over here in Leiden Green, for this study section, we have created a built-in section consisting of a very nice desk for a study area and a display area where your tenants can actually put and display their wares. Essentially, also, we have created a very usable storage section where, if you think about it now, the tenant can put his ironing board, his mop and his pail, and also his pails right inside. Where does he put his luggage? He has to put it on top. Imagine if this was not available. He comes into your 1.6 million condominium and then he's like, where the hell am I going to put my luggage? There's no space for him, which is why it's absolutely critical to be able to build built-in furniture to maximize it for your tenant. And at the same time, they are paying top dollar. A unit like this is about $3,500 to $4,000, and that's a lot of money, which is why you must be able to make sure that the look and feel is also attractive and desirable. After all, when there are 300 over units in the market, he has to pick up the crop and you need to present yourself in the best possible light as possible to attract this tenant quickly. Secondly, lighting. Now, lighting makes or break the house. When we buy our own house, typically we will like all nice light to be diffused and nice, which is why we always drop the false ceilings so that we can put multiple spotlights in, for example, your living room. Now, the same thing goes for a tenant. A tenant also is a human being, and he does not want to live in a house where there's just one giant pendant light or two $20 cheap pendant lights that just give very harsh light right in the middle of this living room. It is not nice, it is not pleasant, and it's a bit like living in a warehouse in Pudong, Shanghai. Do you know, just with a bit of adequate planning, you can have very cost-effective lighting solutions that are both very cost-effective and yet very pleasant. For example, when the developer gives you the unit, alright, the light points are typically right in the middle, and this is not a great place to put a pendant. But just by cutting over into the ceiling, you can actually shift the pendant light over, and these are like two-digit figures for like $50 in order to put the pendant light at the point of place where you desire to put your proper dining table. A pendant light really gives a very attractive form factor to the whole house. It really enlightens and livens up the whole place. You can see here, this rattan light is only about $50 from Taobao, but yet it really radically transforms the whole place. Secondly, you don't need to put 4 ceiling lights anymore. With modern track technology, you can put a track right in the middle, and the best thing is it gives diffuse light because you have all these points that you can shine on various walls. But the best thing is it also gives dimming options. For example, this creates a very romantic mode where I can dim it for the tenant. And if he wants to, for example, to work, he can do it very brightly, and he can even change it to white light. And these are the advantages of modern technology. All these are done without any false ceilings and without adding expensive dimmers, just by the track light alone. So with just very proper and concise planning, we offer cost-effective, very strong solutions to beautify the place to attract the tenant. The third most important point is furniture. Furniture is basically like your clothes. You do not want to dress up your house in $20 cheap clothes because that is not attractive to the tenant at all. Over at Homesweehome, the leasing atelier, we source from 5 to 6 suppliers in a cheap and still attractive way to get the best bang and benefit. For example, over here we're putting a very nice about 2 meters. And why 2 meters? Because we have measured and we have made space by pushing the table over here to give a very large sofa for the tenant. And this is only about $1,000. The TV console here is solid wood. It does not look cheap, it does not look plastic, and this is about $700 to $800 only. In all, the total furniture spent in this whole house is about $4,000 to $5,000. Look at this whole set. This whole set is just about the cost of about $600. When you put together everything in a cost and concise way, moving the light over here, having a drop pendant, it is very pretty. Imagine your tenant inviting his girlfriend over here, he cooks a meal, and they have a nice romantic experience. That is what you want to create. You want to create visuals, you want to create dreams that the tenant can imagine himself staying here and living here to the maximum possible benefit. Just like you would as an individual also want. If you go and visit, for example, you go to Bali and then you choose a hotel and you want to choose the nicest hotel that gives you the best experience. It is the same thing for a tenant. We are in the hospitality business, which is why we must present the house in the best light, but also watching an eye for the bottom line dollar. Sofas, booker beds, all the rage. This bed costs about $1,000. It is king size and there's storage underneath, and importantly, the design and the feel is consistent throughout the whole house. This is the latest fashion and very hip booker sofas, and we have replicated it through the sofa and also the bed. Very attractive for the tenants. He starts to think, oh, very nice, I come home to a warm, cozy, nice sleep. And if he has another companion, it is something very presentable. Final recap. How much did this whole house cost to renovate? To put in the custom furniture, paint in nice feature walls of different shades and colors that are carefully put together and with very nice designerish lights. The total cost was about $12,000. How did we rent it out? We rented out within 2 weeks, and at the cost, the rental is about $3,800. Now you might think, hey, the rent is only $3,800, but yet I have to spend $12,000. Think about it this way. If you do not fit it out and your unit is empty for 4 months, just this 4 months of lost rental itself will already cover the whole cost of your fitting out. The best thing is, all these things and the fit out does not last you for one tenancy. It will last you for at least 4 to 5 tenancies, which is why, in effect, the first tenant pays for you. And that time spent that you have managed to get it rented out immediately is already a cost savings. You get a unit nice fitted out, and in every other subsequent renter, you will be first dibs. You are the head competitor, you are the top dog because you are the nicest unit. Everybody would rent this unit versus others. Because if you just look at Property Guru, look at Reed and Green, and you look at the 1+ studies, how many of them actually fit out, for example, like custom cabinetry over at the study? I would say 0. Which is why just a bit more effort, you do it quicker, all your costs are recapped, and you will be top dog for the rest of your leasing tenure. Owner who's getting the keys to your 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom investment condos in the next 6 months. Or if you're an existing homeowner but you can't rent out your current unit, give us Homesweehome, your home atelier, a call. We provide solutions that will get your unit rented out in the most cost-efficient way, but at the highest rate in the shortest time. If our ethos of an end-to-end concept, creating a very nice curated space resonates with you, then give us a call. Thank you very much.